2%. What comes to mind when you hear that term? Is it the kind of milk you prefer to drink, or the typical charge on your cell phone battery? Or like me, how sure you are about the outfit you're wearing? See, 2% could be the amount of food you eat that's actually considered healthy, and at the same time, the amount of body fat you wish you had, but I won't get into all that. Let's just go over some fun facts. Did you know that only 2% of the population have green eyes? And only 2% of Americans are mixed with 2 or more races, and only 2% of abortions are considered non-elective, and only 2% of human trafficking victims will ever live to share their story, and only about 2% of that 2% will ever have the strength to speak. And then there's me. And as part of that 2%, I owe it to the 98 to say what they can't, to say, help me. Slavery still exists. And that girl you see in porn is probably being raped, even though she's not held down by her wrists. As she's being taped, she's being held down by risk. The risk of saying, no, I don't want to sleep with him. Please don't beat me again. I don't want to be drugged anymore. The risk of standing up when she's being forced to lay down. And that risk is death. Not that she's currently living, but she still has breath and a hope that one day she'll leave the 98 and join the 2, that she will not die as a victim, but live as a survivor. See her, hear her. I was her, and I have hope that maybe those odds will change, maybe minds will change, maybe you will hear me telling you, I only lived it for a week, but nightmares do come true, and thank God he saved me through the hands of a human. And you are a human whose hands God would like to use. You are a human whose ears God would like to use. You are a human whose eyes God would like to open. Because we're so deaf and so blind by our own lives that we can't even see the 98. And they're the majority. I'm nothing but a minority, but you can see me because I'm sitting right in front of you against all odds. Maybe a divine plan to set captives free, but will you see me? Because I wasn't saved in vain. I have a name. It is 2%. And thank God I'm now 100% sure that I still have a purpose to serve, but will you see her? Just as you see me. And please, do something. You know, after I went to the police and I told them what I went through, all I can remember is this female officer saying to me, your mom let you live alone in Las Vegas at 18? I took them back to the hotel. They knew where this man was. They could take his fingerprints off my car, and they didn't do anything. There wasn't any support for me. There wasn't anywhere for me to go. So I just tried to pick up the pieces of my life, and I tried to go back to work. I took the police report to them, and I said, this is where I was. It wasn't no call, no show, and they still let me go because, well, they were right. I needed some time to heal, but I had no space to heal. I became homeless and unemployed and very broken. The panic attacks I endured, all of it, I didn't know how to do life after that. I didn't know how to do life before that. And now 15 years later, people like Patty exist. Peace Promise exists. And other survivors don't have to struggle as long as I did. There's somewhere that they can go. There's someone that they can call. Actually, recently, just 2 days ago, I wrote a letter to LAPD because I want to get a copy of the police report. And I remember it was late. It was the middle of the night. And I was thinking, Patty would be so proud of me. And I've never even been a part of their organization. I've never received services from them. I've just had conversations with Patty. And I thought to myself, Patty would be so proud of me. And then it hit me. If I knew Patty 10 years ago, 15 years ago, she would have made sure I had whatever documents I needed. She would have been there for me. But now I'm just glad that I can help others by sharing my story, by speaking out for them, so that they can have a Patty in their life. They can have that promise of peace that God gives to all of us. What can you do? I've done what I can. But no one can do everything. Everyone can do something. And I just ask for you to search your heart and ask God to show you what it is that he would have you do. Thank you for your time today. And God bless you.